Welcome to Beyond the Journey podcast, the podcast for mothers of exceptional children. I'm your host, Khadijah Ali, and I'm here to provide you with support, inspiration, and valuable insights on raising our extraordinary kids. On each episode, we'll delve into topics that matter most to us as mothers of exceptional children. From navigating the educational system and advocating for our children's needs, to fostering their unique talents and celebrating their achievements, we'll explore it all. So if you're a mother of an exceptional child, grab a cup of coffee, find a comfortable spot, and join us on this extraordinary journey of parenthood. Let's get started. Angela Williams is a goal success coach and mental resilient coach based in Hamburg, Pennsylvania. With extensive experience in motivational speaking and personal development, Angela helps individuals and businesses achieve their fullest potential. As an accomplished author and keynote speaker, she specializes in fostering resilience and self-improvement, leading to continuous personal growth. Angela's expertise is shaped by her own life journey, including overcoming breast cancer and being a dedicated caregiver to her 21-year-old youngest son with cerebral palsy. She empowers her clients by sharing practical strategies and insights drawn from her experiences, focusing on breaking through barriers and achieving success. Through her business, Mental House Restoration, Angela utilizes her unique AIR method, adapt, inner work, and repeat, to help enhance their performance and drive business growth. The AIR method provides valuable tools and techniques to cultivate resilience, improve productivity, and foster a positive mindset. Connect with Angela on Instagram and YouTube, or email her at mentalhouserestoration@gmail.com to learn more about her coaching services and speaking engagements.
Hello everyone, my name is Angela Williams, and the title of my chapter is Unexpected Blessing. As I reflect on all the events, it makes sense that I was so numb and operating in survival mode. After all, I had been through so much. That time gave me a chance to see how important communication is and how to stand strong in the midst of life's challenges. Now I see relationships and communication in a whole new light. Listening to others with compassion is an integral part of building trust and healthy relationships. I didn't know how difficult it would be mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally, but I have grown so much from being a mother. The skill of being resilient has been a blessing. Resilience has given me the capability to know how to cope with personal challenges and family changes. Through it all, I have learned to have more respect and appreciation for life's journey. I am aware that all of my experiences can positively affect every area of my life if I allow it. Throughout all of my experiences, I know I have been through all of the 7 stages of grief. The anger for the hospital's negligence is almost gone, but the hurt still lingers for the life Nation would have had. He will never know what it is like to stand up, learn to walk, go down a flight of stairs, run, play outside with his brothers, or ride a bike. Nor did he have the opportunity to create memories like the average teenager who played sports, went to school dances, or hung out with friends at the arcade. Looking back at that time, I had so many questions and so many thoughts about the things that I thought Nation would never do. Would he be able to work? How hard would it be for him to get a good job? Would he get married and have children? Back then, there were so many unknown obstacles and so many unknown questions. In the midst of all these circumstances, he overcame barriers and learned to thrive.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Beyond the Journey podcast. I am your host, Khadija Ali, and today I have the amazing Angela Williams, who is an exceptional mother and co author. And if you have been listening to the podcast from the beginning, you will hear about all of her accolades and all of the offers and the things that she is up to in the world. But first, I just want to say to you, Angela, thank you so much for being here on the podcast. And I'm really excited to dive in today.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it. And I'm so great to be here. Feels good.
Awesome, awesome. So tell us a little bit about your child story and how their your life as you know it now came to be.
Well, Nation was born in 2002, and it was a rough start for him. He actually didn't take his first gasp of air till he was 11 minutes old. So his cerebral palsy that he is spastic quadriplegic, was from the lack of oxygen that he had in his brain. And the fact that I had to really be that young, I believe I was 20, about 23. Maybe, oh, was I 22? Look, it's been so far back, but I had to really adjust to being a special needs mom. And it was not, it was hard, but it grew me.
Right, right. So in that experience, what were some of the early challenges you faced, and how did you overcome those challenges?
The challenges, one of the ones that still kind of tugs at my heart is the challenge of accepting fully, really fully accepting that it will never be like a normal child, that he
Yeah.
always will have these special needs. And it just really settling in with that and knowing that it's going to be good regardless.
Right, right, right.
Yeah.
So I know that he is your youngest child and that you have three uh, other children, four in total. How has it been with you having to balance the needs of nation along with the needs of, being a wife and being a mother to your other children?
Nation is the youngest of four, so they were very helpful. And I believe the way that I guess I communicated with them and what they got to witness with the family dynamics and everything, they knew and understood that he was an asset to them as well as to me. So it's like we all learned from each other at the same time, to where it kind of made everything run smoothly after a while.
Right. I always tell a story about how it was such a blessing for Kisma to be born in a family where there were four other siblings. I feel like it helped her with those important milestones.
Yes.
Like she was able to walk, she was able to be potty trained because she saw her siblings doing those things, right? So it became normal. And one of the things that I always talked about, especially when I would go to IEP meetings, was, and anytime they wanted to like bust her out of the community, I'm like, her home life is her real life, right? And so why bust her out to be in this exclusive area or whatever in this particular program when that's not her real life. So I really feel like it's so important, especially talking to other mothers, um, about community and having that family dynamic, because I really feel like it helps
Yeah,
our
they're
kids.
brothers. They're brothers, I guess, in a way, he wanted to be so much like them, and he still wants to be so much like them. He looked up to them. He didn't start talking till he was 6, and that's because he defied everything they said. They said that he wouldn't talk. They said he wouldn't really be intellectual, but as seeing his brothers and having those older siblings to look up to, he's taught himself before we even knew he could read stuff. He's taught himself how to know how to pull up stuff on the game. He loves music, so he taught himself how to figure out how to pull up his own music. So he's really learned so much from having a family that is like, okay, we don't know the word can't for you. You
That's right.
figure out how to do it on how your terms and how you can do it.
Right. That's right. That's right. So in all of this, right, you talked about how what happened, when he was born, how you've been able to balance and manage everything, having, other children and also, being married, and being all of the things. But what emotional challenges have you and your child faced? And how have you navigated that? How do you maintain your own emotional well-being while still supporting nation, while still supporting your child?
Just being very communicating with him a lot and listening to him. That's very important in our relationship, is for me, is for to actually hear what he's saying and listen to him to where he knows that I understand that everything that he's saying, and he understands everything that I say to him. So we have that relationship where he knows. I always tell everybody, like, if I'm doing something, and he just always apologizes.
Mm.
He always thinks and I'm have to let him know, no, this is not your fault. You don't have to apologize for this. And I think he gets that because he knows that I love him and that he loves me and that we both looking out for each other. So it's been like a mutual communication ring of just making sure our that we each are understood by each other.
I love that. And I love that love is at the center of that. You mentioned you let him know that you love him. And I'm of course he loves you. But I think that love covers a multitude. I know people say a multitude of sins, but it definitely stands in the gap, in my opinion, with a lot of things. A lot of people ask, how do you do this? And I think love is at the core of all that we do as mothers of exceptional children.
Mhm. Mhm.
So, in terms of like advocacy or being in the community, have you become involved in any advocacy or community efforts related to exceptional children?
I was involved in the school system in when we were when he was going for the special needs Olympics that they would have. But as far as these days, I want to start getting him back in the community. But I have not, I've noticed that I haven't seen anything in the community as far as children who are exceptional, except for in the school system.
Right.
So that might be a step for me in the direction that I'm going, is to try and get maybe a meetup for the children in the area, because I know that there are plenty of them.
Yeah, I think it's hard. This is something that really needs to be talked about more, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
when they start out with school, there's so much support and community and, teachers and all the things and activities that are connected to that K to 12 time. But
Mm-hmm.
then when they finish high school, it's like you're just kind of like, okay, they're done, and there's
Yep.
no plan for what happens after high school. How do we navigate now that they have completed high school? And
Mm-hmm.
so I hear this so often from the parents who have children who are, in their 20s now, right? You know, Kisma is now 24, soon to be 25. And I'm finding um, it's a daunting kind of task to kind of put together a plan for her now of
Mhm.
what to do next. Um, so I'm praying that, you know, you're able to find that community post high school that can help you keep him in the community and not have him be isolated, right? Because that
Right.
happens too.
I
Um,
so understand. I so understand. So in our community, well, in the programs that I found uh,
mhm.
through service access management, which we call SAM here, they have gotten him, his worker has found him a companion, is what they call what he's called. And
Okay.
his name is Kayshawn, and Kayshawn comes to the house, and he comes on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and he spends a couple hours with Nation. Like on Thursday and Friday, he comes from about 8:30 to about 4:30 or so, 4 or so. And then on Saturdays, that Saturday he'll come between like around 9 and leave at like 2. So those 3 days he has his companion, and he takes him to places. They leave every morning, and they go to our local mall. And I guess there's like a caregiver, a companion, and your I don't know what they call them, your patient. I don't think they
I
call them.
usually say client, but
Yeah, their
that sounds
client. Yeah.
icky.
The companion and their client, they all meet up. It's like a group of them, and they meet up the wall, and they walk the mall. And he's just been enjoying having him. Sometimes they just sit there and play the video game. They make YouTube videos. He does things with him for his Snapchat. So he just does things that he likes. They go out and eat. So that's like one of the things that has been helping him, but that's every other week. So it's been a challenge trying to find a new normal for him, other than him being on the YouTube channel and talking to his girlfriend, because he does have a girlfriend.
Okay, nation.
Yeah, look, they had broke up, but now they back together again. So Annie has a best friend who just moved to Florida, so they talk every day. So it's like I'm so thankful that he does have those outside connections, but it's still finding things for him to get interested in now. Now, he never really used to be interested in going to the movies, because his attention span ain't really for movies. But
Right.
he has went to 2 movies with us, and he's enjoyed them. So it's getting him out of his comfort zone, and also getting me out of my comfort zone, and trying to find things that are accessible for him, because I've noticed that not a lot of places are wheelchair accessible, or even know how to handle having someone in their business that is exceptional.
Mm, wow. Wow. So listen, I am here for the girlfriend boyfriend situation. That's another thing that um isn't talked about a whole lot,
Yes,
is like the sexuality and the
right,
intimate relationships that are possible. Um,
right.
with our kids, right? And Goose has Kisma. I'm interchanging her nickname with her name. Goose has a love interest
Ooh,
at
okay.
Special Olympics, which thank God for Special Olympics. Otherwise, she wouldn't have much of a social life.
Mm-hmm.
But I can say that being here, because we're now in the Atlanta metro area, there are a lot of services and a wonderful community out here in the suburbs uh, that has embraced us and loved on us. And, you know, there's always something I could get her into. But it's like finding that groove, right? Like you mentioned, um, you know, you do have the companion that comes, but, you know, it's every other week. So then you still have to kind of like plan for
Mm-hmm.
that off week, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
But I lost my train of thought. It's going to come back. uh, we need to have a conversation about our children and their
in
sexuality
their
and them
sexuality.
finding love and cultivating those relationships. So yeah, Kisma has
And
a
how is
real.
it gonna be? Like I'm so this relationship just tickles me pink because they tell each other they love each other.
Oh,
It's just so
sweet.
and to actually see her, it's just so unique and so special. I'd be like, oh, y'all my special kids. I love y'all so much because it's just so it's unique and special and how much they help each other grow.
Right. See? And that's the thing, right? Because the train of thought just came back. So she has an admirer, right? And he is smitten with her, right? Like, my name is not Khadijah. Like, I am Kisma's mom when he comes. And like, it's like, yeah, I'm here to play softball, but where's Kisma? And it's like, Kisma, hey. But, it's so beautiful, right? Because it helps him with his expressive language because he has some issues there, but it
Mhm.
also helps to get her out of her comfort zone,
Yes.
right? Because she can be by herself. She really doesn't need a whole lot of interaction unless it's something that she really, really likes. And she likes movies and she likes skating. She likes those kinds of things. But I think like getting her to learn how to interact and learn
Right.
how to express herself on that level is so important. So the mother, this young man's mother, is always so anxious when we come, but I am tickled pink because I get to see him in a different light and
Mhm.
it's helping him, express himself, but it's also, getting Kisma out of her comfort zone and also learning boundaries, right?
Yes.
They
Yes.
also get to learn about boundaries and what's comfortable for them and what's not comfortable for them.
Right.
Oh, that is amazing.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
It's a joy to watch and it just keeps me curious as to the conversations that they do have because I know she's growing him because I know she has had more experience in that area of having different boyfriends and even girlfriends. Like that's this the thing.
Mhm.
I'm like, y'all generation, I get it. I get
Yeah,
it and I love it and I respect it because y'all is teaching me so much just off of watching y'all and how y'all communicate with each other.
right, right, right. We get to learn too.
Yes, that's what it's all about.
That's the name of my chapter. Goosey Lucy,
Yeah,
greatest teacher.
come on.
And speaking of uh, chapters, I wanted to get a little bit into your chapter. Thinking for the
Okay.
great. What is your chapter again? The name?
It's
Great
unexpected blessing, which
unexpected.
is about lessons and them being and him being my teacher also. How about that?
I I love that. I love that. What was it like for you writing about the experience, right? Because it's so different, I feel like, living it than actually writing about
Right. When I sit and I read the chapter and I read the other ladies' chapters, and it just is like, I love how each of us chose to share our story in a different way. And for my chapter, it was like reliving parts of life that I had pushed away.
it. Yeah,
You know what I mean? I had just had these experiences and like I knew from them, but I never went back and really thought about and was like, okay, this is what I learned from this. This is what I learned from this. I just was living life.
right,
I was just not even living it. I was existing in my life.
right, right. Yeah, I remember I had a similar experience going back, and I remember there was one particular thing that I wrote and I kind of like glossed over. And, our editor was like, wait a minute,
Hmm.
you just glossed over that experience.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us what that really was like. Like she really pulled things out of me that I hadn't really considered because, like you, I was just existing. Like, okay, what do we need to do to give this baby the best life? That
Right.
was at the forefront of my mind constantly,
Right.
So in all of um, your experiences and the experience that you've had with writing, what brings you the most joy in your relationship with Nation?
I believe what brings me the most joy is seeing how much light he is. Like, it keeps me going. He'll go through his little moments, but that's what it is to him. It's a moment. And he moves right along. Just his tenacity for life and enjoying it. He
Mm-hmm.
enjoys his life every day from the time he wakes up to the time he goes to bed, even if he has a rough patch in the middle. And
Mm-hmm.
it's just learning and learning those traits and those valuable lessons from him and applying them to my life.
Right, right, right. Man, oh man. I again, this is them being the teacher, right?
Yes, always.
In every step of the way, I really feel
Yes.
like that. Yeah. So what is next for you? Now that uh children grow so fast, right? Like I'm still flabbergasted. Uh, all of my children are either in their 20s or I have two children in their 30s. So first of all, what happened?
That
Where was I
right, right.
when this all happened? Um, and I'm at this stage in my life where, it's like really for real, what's next?
Right.
Um, because I've been wife and mother, and now I'm not wife. That's a whole nother story.
What, Mrs.?
Yeah, we're back to um, and even with Goose, right? She can't really be bothered with me all that much.
Mhm. Right?
Even in her state, right? She's like, I still have my life, and I like what
Exactly.
I'm doing. So
Mhm.
it's like, what's next for me for real, right? Because I don't have the wife and the mom in front. So in terms of your life, right? You have four grown young men now.
Mhm.
Um, what are you pursuing now? What's next for you? Because I feel like this is important. We have to also understand that we are more than just moms of exceptional children,
Right,
right? We have
right.
more to offer to ourselves and to the world. So share with us.
Yes, well, I have started my business. It is Mental House Restoration LLC. It is a coaching and consulting business where I am utilizing my AIR method, which is adapt, inner work, and repeat, to help anyone, mothers of exceptional children, anyone who suffered breast cancer, anyone who needs to help with navigating life's challenges and just build their resilience for continuous personal growth. That is where I am. I am a mental resilience coach. I'm a goal success coach. I I just want to build people's mental health and them to know that that's where the mental currency is. That's where the wealth is.
Mm, amazing, amazing. And I love that you are
Oh, and I'm a speaker
drawing,
too. I'm a speaker. I'm
of,
a keynote
of
speaker. So if
course,
anybody ever needs a speaker to motivate you or you want to share the air method, because I'm building, that is my coaching program. That's what I'm building my business off of, is promoting that air method.
amazing. So tell everyone where they can find you on social media, whatever you want to share, so that if they want to reach out to you, people are curious about the air method. I've never heard of that. That's very, very unique.
Yeah.
They can find you and get more information.
Yes, you can find me on Instagram. I am at today's, the word today's, TODAYS_vibe, VIB as in boy E, and 4.0, the number 4.0. Or you can find me at Coach Angela_air. That's my second Instagram. I do have a YouTube page. It's Today's Vibe, and that is, I upload every Wednesday. Well, if not every Wednesday that week, I upload every week a vlog, and it's been a YouTube channel that I've had for since about 2006. I started it, and when I went back and looked at all my videos and all the 600 some videos and vlogs that
Wow.
I have, all of these document my air method that came into fruition to me mentally in 2022. So that's one thing I'm proud about is my YouTube channel, Today's Vibe. Then if you are interested in anything related to my Air Method program, the coaching, anything consulting, anything business-wise, you can reach me at mentalhouserestoration@gmail.com. And look out for my website to be dropped this month. I'm working on getting that out this month, and the freebie that I have on there is going to be a grief workbook that I've worked on to help me through this difficult time that I'm having with the loss of my top pop in May.
Amazing. And again, we offer you condolences. And I just love how you are taking the experiences in your life and turning it into ways to help others, because we know that there are mothers of exceptional children who are coming behind us.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, women will be diagnosed and are diagnosed daily with breast cancer. Definitely, grief is an everyday, every moment occurrence. And so I just want to commend you and thank you for choosing to take your lemons and make lemonade. And it has been an absolute pleasure having you here on Beyond the Journey podcast today.
Well, thank you, ma'am. It's been a pleasure being here, and thank you for allowing me the platform to share my air method and just get it out there, because I know it can help anyone. And you gave me some new ideas about starting something in my community for the exceptional children that we have in this community, so they have at least something maybe every month to do.
Oh, amazing. That will be amazing. Keep me abreast of that.
Yes.
All righty. This has been another episode of Beyond the Journey podcast. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you on the next episode. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I'm genuinely excited to have you as a part of our Beyond the Journey podcast community. Together, we can make a difference in the lives of exceptional children and their families, one story at a time. I'll see you on the next episode.